Namaste, gorgeous people. Thank you so much for joining me on my Barefoot Yoga YouTube channel. A new beginning for me, something new, something different, something I would not have thought I would be doing in about 300 years, but here we are. I'm so excited. Every day we're going to do yoga for the month of June. I really want to jump on this journey with you, and I don't really want to show you how to do yoga. I want you to understand why we do yoga and how it makes us feel. So that's really the journey we're going to jump on. Today's lesson, new beginnings, something new, the evolution, revolution indeed, understanding how change is inevitable and how to embrace it in our entire being. So let's have some fun, let's not waste a moment. It is barefoot yoga, so shoes off, you don't need anything else fancy, but you need the bare feet. Jump on down and let's get started, straight into it. So I just want you to come to a really comfortable seat. You can sit with your legs crossed. I prefer to sit with my heels in, my feet in front, it's nice and comfortable. You can sit up on a block or a cushion if you've got one. The idea is no rules. Barefoot yoga doesn't have that many rules. Get comfortable, get into a spot where you can sit. We're going to get grounded. It's impossible to transform and evolve unless we know where we are. So we're going to set our compass point, our inner compass point, our GPS coordinates for where we are right now to allow for growth. So I want you to really sit yourself on the earth. You can pop your hands just on top of your knees. I'd like you to invite your spine to lift and rise, to open your heart, and to imagine that up through the crown of your head, it's just glowing up into the universe, already transforming. And I'd like you to softly, softly, if you feel comfortable, close your eyes or just relaxing all your face down. Because I want you to imagine you can drop your brain down into your body and you can see your body sitting on the earth. Really feel it in your bottom. Feel your sinking into your pelvis, your sitting bones, connecting deeply. And I want you to imagine yourself just sinking through the floor. Gravity is our friend, people. Everything heads south at some point. So let gravity be your friend, invite it in and embrace it. It is part of proprioception, knowing our brain, knowing where our body is in space, in the whole universe. You are dominating this spot. This is yours, no one else. So I want you to just sit into that and be in the place you are, in your body, feeling that bottom sinking into the earth, and feel your mind dropping down into that location. Because as I said, I want you to think of this as your GPS coordinates. This is what your brain takes its trust from, its foundation. So in order for growth, in order to be able to evolve and shift and change, we need to know where we are already. So just placing yourself on the earth and feeling it, and letting yourself settle into place, the seat of where you are. And then I want you to bring your attention to your breathing. So we're going to use our breathing to move into the place we are as well. So let's just connect to the breath for a few moments, taking a nice big breath in through both your nostrils, breathing in. And as you breathe out, just letting it just wash back out of you. Let it come and let it go. Let's take another big breath in. Let's just really connect to that idea of bringing in fresh energy and oxygen. And as we breathe out, letting it all go. Let's take another few breaths. The inhale is to receive. You feel yourself coming into a new place. It's like arriving into the station. And as you exhale, it's letting go. It's departing the station. moving away from where you have been and making space for the growth. And that's one of the key aspects. So we're going to explore feeling flexible to be able to let change come, and also to allow the change by just being really content with where we are right now to allow for change. So just taking that final breath, taking another big breath in, feeling it ripple through your body to every cell, and breathing out, just settling back in. Content with exactly where you are now. There's no desire to be anywhere else. Here we are, and that is always the foundation. It's the best place to begin anything. So in order to, let's lay a bit of foundation, let's really check in inside ourselves, see how we're going. So the first thing I want you to do, gorgeous people, is roll over onto your knees and your hands. We're going to take our knees pretty wide. We're going to bring our big toes together and slide the bottom down onto the heels. And we'll take these hands forward. And we're going to take a big breath in, and we're going to feed our mind our GPS coordinates again by just sinking the head down and letting the head rest on the mat in front of you. Beautiful extended child's pose, balasana it's called. And we just want to let our body sink into the position we find ourselves. There's no trying in barefoot yoga, there just is. Wherever you are, that is your GPS, that's your compass point, that's all your brain is concerned with. Our job becomes being in this place, not wishing to be somewhere else, not what we thought we'd be, and not where we have been, but where we are right now. Take a couple of really peaceful breaths here. Breathe in through your nose and breathing out through your nose. And every time you exhale, feel yourself sinking into position, exactly where you are. Feel that deliciousness of not needing anything else. And as you inhale, bring yourself up onto your knees and your hands. So we're going to start moving from where we are, into allowing ourselves the possibility of moving forward, of evolving. So let's go into a little bit of cat and cow. So as we inhale, we're going to lift our chest and feel like we can receive our breath. And as we exhale, we're going to let it all go, pushing it out by the movement that we make, dropping the head all the way down. Another round as we inhale. See the possibilities. Feel it in your body, moving into the place exactly where you are. And inhale, bringing all that fresh energy in. One more time, pushing it out, exhaling. And the last time, big inhale and finding yourself in the place exactly where you are. Coming all the way back to nice and neutral. Just check it out, observe it. And coming back, you can sit back up onto the knees and the hands. So we're going to start to build our foundation. We're going to build on when our brain knows where we are. We find we are more capable of moving forward and accepting the place we find ourselves. So from our nice, neutral, flat coffee table, we're going to build, it's like literally building your scaffolding for you to grow from. So we're going to tuck our toes under. Feel like our middle fingers are facing forwards, hands at shoulder distance, and we're going to come up into a little bit of down dog. And let's see if we can just lay the concrete a little bit by just lifting one heel and sinking the other. And we just very, very gently allow the body, receive the body in the place that it is. And if that's feeling really great, inviting your body to move into the new position you find yourself in. There's no forcing, there's no pushing. Just finding yourself exactly where you are and being with it. In your breath, check your breath out. And as you breathe in, you're going to start to look up. We're going to see if we can step 1 foot forward and turn those heels in. And as we inhale, let's see if we can start to rise up out of the rubble of where we have been and heading for expansion. So these poses are really optimistic. Look at that heart lifting, the gaze moving up, and we're expanding up into a place that perhaps we haven't been before. Notice how these poses make you feel. We're going to swap over onto the other leg now. So I'm going to get you to bring the hands back down. Like a child, we revisit where we have been. So see if you can get your hands, see if you can let that leg travel all the way back until it lands. And take those hips back up into steadiness of downward facing dog. And we'll see if we can do the other side. So having a look up at your hands, and we're going to float this left foot forwards, and we're going to rise up again. So just from the earth, rising up, and like a tower, like we're constructing our own tower, which is how yoga takes us. It's all our own construct because it is all our internal information that we're processing. So that's why yoga becomes a beautiful creative practice that we can cultivate exactly where we want to be. Bring the hands to the heart to steady, straighten up that front leg, and let's see if we can just push forward. Both feet on the earth, spreading out your toes, hands by your sides, your GPS coordinates, steadying yourself again, finding exactly where you are and being with that. Spreading out your toes and feeling all of your energy is down in your feet right now, feeling the strength in your legs, the openness in your heart. Gorgeous. Well done, everybody. All right, putting some flexibility into our life. We're going to turn our right toes out and step that left foot across. Both legs staying straight. So when we allow our body to move into new positions, it's helping our brain adjust and accept new circumstances. So bringing the hands out to open the heart. Keep both legs straight here, guys. Take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, just exhale. Follow your body. Wherever your body feels like it needs to go, that's the place that you want to find yourself moving with yourself and not against yourself. We're not trying to shake the foundation. We're building the foundation and growing from the foundation up. Turn the palms, so we're setting in our root chakra. A lot of our standing practice is for setting the foundation, and the foundation of security, of where our brain knows we're safe. Inhale up because it knows our location. And as we exhale, let's have a little go at feeling creative and expansive on the other side. And you're just inviting your spine, you're inviting your body to just move into the place wherever it feels good for you, and finding yourself there, being content with where you find yourself. Inhale up as the foundation for well-being. Straightening yourself out, bring both feet together, and you can just wiggle them together. Coming back to standing, hands at the heart, and then hands back down by the sides. Steady, and nice and smooth, and feeling really content back in the place where we find ourselves. All right, once we've settled into our location, we do put a little bit of a challenge in our lives. Life is always challenging, and this is what yoga teaches us. It doesn't teach us to always, it doesn't always teach us to just be totally flat. It teaches us that life does go up and down, and we're constantly moving and transforming and evolving, and yoga helps us accommodate and cope with that. So let's put, excuse me, let's put a little bit of balance in our lives. I'm going to get you with your right toes. You might come here. You might just do the kickstart, bringing your heel into your ankle. Hands on the hips. If this is the first time you've done yoga for a while or ever, stay here. If it feels good and you want to slide that foot a little further up, let's get steady. Let's grow from a place of feeling steady. When we feel steady in our lives, we feel like we can cope with whatever is coming our way. And this is the major form of foundation, of knowing where you are and trusting yourself and being there, that allows for growth. Bringing the hands back to the heart and back to the hip if it feels good. That leg coming all the way back down. Check it out. Both feet feeling good, yeah? Trying on your other side always. We've got to balance the two hemispheres of the brain. So you could stop here. This may be enough of a balance for you. This may be your challenge for today. Don't be tempted to try to do more than your body says you should be doing. Some of you may be able to bring that foot all the way up. Start with the hands on the hips. Steady the ship. Hands at the heart's a really beautiful, optimistic reflection. And super challenge is to bring the arms up. So this is vrikshasana or tree in yoga. It will have movement. That's what life is. It's movement. We are never completely, well, sometimes we feel stuck, don't we? But always looking for movement. So we find it within. Can you feel your feet adjusting and accommodating your brain, accommodating that movement, locating you? And you can still lay down the foundation of steadiness, of feeling completely trusting in where you are and the feel of that. And exhale. Delicious. It feels good to come back, doesn't it? So when we put ourselves out there, we might want to anchor back in for a moment, a brief moment. It's like travelling, you know, you go away, you come home, you go, yes, home's so great, and then all of a sudden you think, actually, I need a bit more. So we check in, and that helps us with our growth. So coming back to nice and neutral, we're going to sit ourselves down. You can sit down any old how you like. I'm just going to drop straight down. And coming back into nice little easy cross legs. So one of the other major foundations we're going to work on is using the body like a language. So when we want to expand and move forward or accept new beginnings, we're going to open our hearts for that. So we're going to drop back onto our hands. Our fingers are facing towards our body. We're going to lift our shoulders, open our chest. And if it feels good to you, you might let the head back, open up the throat. wherever, but if it doesn't feel good for you, you may just keep your chin in towards the chest, and we're going to breathe. Soften your face, and here we go. Let it in, bringing in the new, inhaling, receiving, and as you exhale, just sinking back into yourself, trusting. Inhale and exhale. On one last glorious breath here, let it come, let that heart open. We be open to being open and to see what's coming our way, and to, as you inhale, bring your chin to your chest, walk yourself back up to where we started. So we'll be open to what's coming our way. So we become curious. And as we lay down our foundation of steadiness within ourselves, it allows us to accept and to move into a new place. So just coming to seated again, we're going to always, I kind of do wheels with yoga. We often finish the way we began, sitting in easy cross legs. Imagine the crown of your head. You can just slowly close your eyes if it feels good. It's okay if it doesn't. It can take a while to feel really safe in a great spot to be able to close the eyes. But the first thing is always to feel yourself on the earth. So just settle back in. Just sit in it. But drop it. Sit with feeling. You know, feel your butt. Feel your legs. All the parts of you that are smoozing into the ground right now. That's your GPS, that's your coordinates, that's what your brain is trying to understand. So let it be found, let yourself be found. And here we are. Rising up, inviting your spine to lift and rise up. Feeling energy up into the crown of your head, softening your face. And let's breathe into that heart center. Let's bring the hands together. And just so you can feel the thumbs resting on your sternum, so you can feel the movement. So here we go, breathing through the nostrils, inhaling. And exhaling. Bringing in you as you inhale, receiving. And as you exhale, letting go. Letting go what no longer serves you. Inhale. Moving forwards. And exhale. Like departing the station. Last one, inhale. Feels like you're arriving into your own station, your sense of self. And exhale, you're departing. Sometimes that's who we think we are, who we're told we are the expectations. Just letting that go and sitting back down into exactly who you are and where you are right now, and that is your foundation for moving forward. So beautiful people, thank you for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow. Here's to new beginnings. Let's smash this month out. I'm so grateful for you to be on the journey with me. Have a glorious, beautiful day.